Tuendelee na topic yetu ya organic chemistry na leo ni nitriles au cyanides. Nitriles au cyanides tunaenda kuwa discuss katika hichi kipindi. Nitriles are organic compound that contain the cyano group. Cyano group ni C then triple bond nitrogen, inaitwa cyano. So sometimes they are known as cyanides. Ndio ambao unaenda kwa discuss kwenye kipindi hichi. So nitriles are organic compound that contains cyano at the functional group. This group can only occur at the end of the carbonyl chain if it acts at the functional group. Kwa hiyo inaweza kaoccur only at the end, haiwezi kaoccur in between. This group or class of organic compound are obtained by the replacement of the hydrogen atom of hydrogen cyanide. So hydrogen atom of the hydrogen cyanide is replaced by the alkyl group, by an alkyl group or aryl group, benzene ring or alkyl group. We get the nitriles. So nitriles are or cyanides in which your group is bonded to alkyl group. They are known as alkocyanides, while those in which this cyanide group is bonded to aryl group, they are called the aryl cyanide. So we have the alkyl cyanide and the aryl cyanide depending on the nature of the R group ambayo itakuwa ni connect part. So nitriles can be described by the general formula of Cn H2n-1 then nitrogen. Cn H2n-1 then nitrogen. The alkyl nitrile, they appear like this way, where R is alkyl group, and example this one, while the aryl nitrile appears the aryl group, then cyanide may attach. So cyanides or nitriles can be represented in the resonance hybrid. Kwa namna kama ile pale, this bond can be broken to donate the lone pair nitrogen, and then it makes this carbon to become positive and this nitrogen negative. Finally, this electron in the nitrogen can be brought back here again and mesomerism occurs. A UPAC system of naming nitriles. In a UPAC system of nomenclature, nitriles are named as alkanitrile. A UPAC naming of nitriles follow the following laws. Kwanza, the longest chain of carbon atoms containing cyano group is selected, and the parent alkane is identified. Lazima ime contain cyano. Then the carbon atoms in the chain are numbered starting from the cyano group, and the Cn carbon is always given number 1. So this carbon, it is carbon number 1. And then the cyanide, the carbon atom in the chain, the cyanide or nitrile is named by adding the word nitrile to the name of the parent nitrile. To the name of the parent alkane. So a UPAC name of the nitrile is equal to parent alkane. Here it's not parent nitrile, it's parent alkane. Name of the parent alkane plus nitrile. For example, this one is ethane, so it is ethane nitrile. We just add the word nitrile at the end of the name of the parent alkane, simply like that way maisha yanakuwa yanaenda. Unaona hapo tunazo different compounds. Unaona we have 2 methyl propanenitrile, carbon 3 katika carbon ya pili kuna methyl. Bali tunaanza count 1 2. Unaona huyu atakuwaje? Huyu atakuwa ni hapa but 2 in then nitrile, kwa sababu kuna double katika nani ya pili. Hii hapa ni 1 2 3, so it's 3 methyl but 2 in nitrile. Huyu hapa ni benzene carbonitrile or benzene nitrile. Huyu hapa ni 1 2, so it's 2 phenyl. It is 2 phenyl, methyl, so it answer 2 methyl, then 2 phenyl, 1 2 3 4, 2 methyl, 2 phenyl, then butane nitrile. Huyu hapa, huyu ndio nitrile. So parent chain inaweza kuwa ni 1 2 3 4 au 1 2 3 4, the same. So it's like 1 2 3 4 attached. It is 2,2 diethyl 2,2 diethyl butane nitrile. Halafu huyu hapa atakuwa ni carbon ya pili, so it's 2-phenyl ethane nitrile, 2-phenyl ethane nitrile. Huyu hapa atakuwa ni 1 2 3 4 butane nitrile, simple. Huyu hapa atakuwa ni parent chain lazima awe na ana sano, so 1 2 3 4, so it's butane nitrile 2,2 dimethyl butane nitrile. 2,2 dimethyl butane nitrile. That's the nomenclature how it goes. Now ukija kwenye compound kama hapa, it is nitrile ile pale, then 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, so it's 4 nitrobenzene carbonitrile. Huyu hapa ni nitrile parent chain 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, so it is 3 sio 3, it is 2,2. Kwanza hapo kwenye carbon ya pili kuna methyl mbili, 2,2 dimethyl, then it's pent 3 ine triple bond ine nitrile. So this one's 1 2 yeah, very enjoyable, 1 2 3. So it's 2,2 diphenyl propanenitrile. Then this one to be simple, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So it's 2,3 diphenyl, then but 2 in, then nitrile. Laboratory preparation of nitriles, how we can prepare them. Reaction of alkane with metal cyanide. Reaction of alkane with metal cyanide. In alcoholic condition, alkyl halide react with metal cyanide to form cyanides or the nitriles. So tunakuwa na Rx plus yule pale haloalkane with metal cyanide in alcoholic condition pamoja na heat. This nucleophilic substitution reaction is an example of the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now examples in hizo hapo chini, so I will not explain them. Simply zinaonyesha tu pale ambapo alikaa halogen anaenda kukaa cyano, na tunatengeneza compound ambayo ni metal yenye halogen. Pale alipokaa halogen anaenda kukaa cyano. So cyanide is strong base in case of tertiary alkali halide. In case of tertiary alkali halide, the alkali halide, in case of tertiary alkali halide, then the reaction lead to the elimination reaction. Itakuwa elimination katika tertiary alkali halide. Allyl nitrile cannot be prepared by this method because allyl halide do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why? Isomeric effect in benzene. Karudia tena introduction kama haukuelewa mesomeric effect katika benzene. Sababisha undergo substitution, nucleophilic substitution, kama ambavyo zina undergo ngine. So yeah, hydrogenation of amide with phosphorus pentoxide or aluminium oxide. Under heat, when amide is heated with phosphorus pentoxide, nitrile is produced. We discussed this reaction in the reactions of amide. Na tunakuja kurudia tena huko. Au tukitumia aluminium, it is aluminium oxide or aluminium pentoxide. I think this is aluminium oxide, lakini ni monophysically, so it is aluminium oxide under 100 degrees Celsius. So haloarenes are less reactive than halocane, and this is not a feasible method of producing aromatic nitride. They are made from diazonium salt. Diazonium salt inaonekana kama benzene ring, na tuna nitrogen, have the triple bond nitrogen, then tuna halogen. This is known as diazonium salt. So the diazonium salt, they are used katika preparation of the aromatic cyanides or allyl cyanide. So when the diazonium salt are treated in aqueous potassium cyanide in the presence of copper 1 cyanide, aqueous potassium cyanide in the presence of potassium cyanide, in the presence of copper 1 cyanide or copper powder aromatic nitride is formed. Copper 1 cyanide or copper powder aromatic cyanide, they are formed. This method cannot be used for preparation of alkyl cyanide. You inatumika for allyl cyanide only. Number 3, nitride from aldoxymes. Actually kwenye organic chemistry tutakutana na makampuni mengine na majina ya ajabu sana. When aldoxymes are treated with phosphorus pentoxide, give corresponding cyanide or nitride. Aldoxymes ni compound ambazo zinakuwa zina aldoxymes zinakuwa zina R, then CH double bond nitrogen OH, ndio inaitwa aldoxymes. So the aldoxymes, when they are treated with phosphorus pentoxide tunapata nitride. Reactions zake ni kama hizo hapo. Then let's move to the chemical reactions of nitrides. Hydrolysis of nitrile under acidic medium form carboxylic acid. Under acidic medium, hydrolysis of nitride, this reaction takes place in several steps, but the final product is the production of carboxylic acid. Kwa tukihydrolyze hiyo hapa ethane nitride napata ethanoic acid, benzene nitride tunapata benzene carboxylic acid. Hizo ni some few reactions for the example. Hydrolysis of nitrile with a strong alkaline solution like sodium dioxide or potassium dioxide. When nitrile is hydrolyzed in a strong alkaline solution, carboxylic acid, salt, and ammonium hydroxide are formed. Carboxylic acid, salt, and ammonium hydroxide au ammonium solution zinatengenezwa hapo. Kwa hiyo ni njia pia ambayo tunapata ammonium hydroxide au ammonium solution. Toka hapo tuna reduction of nitrides. Reduction of nitride with lithium. Yani tunaweza kutumia lithium aluminum tetrahydride in the presence of ether and water. Tunaweza kutumia hydrogen in nickel catalyst and heat. Pia tunaweza kutumia sodium in ethanol. All of those the reduction reaction. When nitrile are treated with the above reagents, primary amide is produced. Primary amide. Primary amine. Kwa hiyo unaona nitrile yule pale tukimtreat na lithium aluminum tetrahydride, then napata in the presence of ether and then water napata yule pale primary yule pale. Huyo hapa pia napata primary yule pale, na huyo hapa napata primary yule pale. Reactions zetu zinakuwa kama hizo hapo. Reduction of hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst, we also get the primary amine. Preparation is amine tutaenda kudiscuss hizo. Reduction of nitride in the presence of nickel catalyst au lithium aluminum tetrahydride in the presence of ether and then water. And then reduction with the sodium in the presence of ethanol, tunapata pia product zile zile. From there we have the Stephen reaction. Ukiona reaction ina jina ujue it's very important na always huwa zinatoka kwenye mitihani. Stephen reaction. When nitride are treated with the hydrogen chloride gas under presence of stannous chloride, they are treated with hydrogen chloride gas in the presence of stannous chloride in ether and then boiled with water. Ether and then boiled with water. Aldehyde is produced. Actually, it's complex reaction and we can't show its mechanism. So nitrile, HCl, then stannous chloride in ether and then water, half boil. Unapata aldehyde, ammonium chloride pamoja na compound mwingine. Kwa unaona conditions reagent za reaction wengi, it's one among the complex reactions in organic chemistry. Reaction with Grignard reagent, when nitrate is treated with Grignard reagent in ether, then hydrolyzed with water in acidic medium, a ketone they are formed. Kwa hiyo tunapata the ketones is produced. An example unaweza kuona hapo, an example kwamba tukiwa tuna nitrile then R magnesium X ether napata R carbon R then vile pale, so tunakuwa tuna R then CR vile pale. Kwa hiyo final tunakuwa tuna vitu kama hivyo ambavyo tunapata ketone yule pale na compound mwingine yule pale anabakia, lakini our major product is ketone. Tuna hydrolyze na ether then tuna reaction na ether then tunafuata reaction with water in acidic media. Reaction with water in acidic media. From there we can move to the isocyanides. Isocyanide au jina lingine zinaitwa carbamylamine. Zinatofautiana kidogo tu na cyanide. Cyanide alikuwa ni R C nitrogen. Isocyanide ni R nitrogen C. Kwa hapa carbon yuko mwishoni, nitrogen yuko katikati. This is isocyanide au carbamylamine. So isocyanide are organic compound which are obtained by replacement of hydrogen atom of hydrogen isocyanide known by alkyl group. Isocyanide are also called isonitrides. Isocyanide or isonitrides. The isocyanide in which nitrogen imekuwa bonded to carbon. Isocyano or isonitride group is bonded to alkyl group are called alkyl isocyanide. Alkyl isocyanide, while those kuna alkyl na allyl isocyanide kama kule ilivyokuwa tu kwa cyanide. Isocyanide can be described by the general structure given below. Alkyl isocyanide na allyl isocyanide, hizo ni kama tu kule kwenye cyanide tulivyodiscuss. Then structure yake ya allyl isocyanide hizo. Note that isocyanide or isonitride or carbamylamine are a structural functional isomer of the cyanide. Naona kwa they are functional isomer, sio structure, they are functional isomer. A UPAC system of nomenclature for isonitride or isocyanide. Common system of nomenclature in isocyanide compound can either be alkyl isocyanide or allyl isocyanide. So ni tunaweka the word of the alkyl or then the word of allyl group then followed by the word isocyanide. Iso kule tuko naweka name of alkane au kunaweka name of alkyl. This is methyl isocyanide. Methyl na hatuhesabu carbon hadi mwishoni, tunahesabu tu carbon wa huku ile mwishoni hatumhesabu. Naona in a UPAC system of nomenclature isocyanide are named alkyl carbamylamine. The alkyl group is named first followed by the word carbamylamine. So methyl carbamylamine or acetonitrile, unaona ethyl carbamylamine or haina jina alternative benzyl carbamylamine, unaona vitu vinakuwa vinaenda kama hivyo. Phenyl carbamylamine na one methyl then ethyl carbamylamine. Actually pand chain lazima iwe ni hapa ambayo ina general method of preparation of this isocyanide or carbamylamine. Alkyl isocyanide or carbamylamines may be prepared in the following methods. Kwanza ni from primary amines. A primary amine is converted into alkyl isocyanide by heating it with chloroform and alcoholic potash. Una heat kwenye chloroform pamoja na alcoholic potash. Kwa hiyo this reaction is called carbide-amine reaction, and is also used the chemical test for the primary amide. Unaona, primary amide, they react with chloroform in the presence of the alcoholic potash, yani potassium hydroxide. Tunapata alkyl isocyanide with offensive smell. Kwa smell inayokuwa inatoka pale inatusaidia kujua if this is the primary amine or not. The secondary amine and the tertiary amine, they don't do this reaction. That's why it's used to differentiate between the primary and the secondary amine or tertiary amine, because of that offensive smell. Preparation of isocyanide from haloalkane. A haloalkane or alkyl halide is converted into alkyl isocyanide by heating it with the aqueous alcoholic solution of silver cyanide. So we have haloalkane, then silver cyanide, ethanol solution. We get allyl isocyanide. Tunakuwa tuna alkane kama ile pale haloalkane na reactisha na silver cyanide, tunapata compound kama ile pale. Allyl isocyanide cannot be prepared by this method because the allyl like this one are almost not reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Unaona, they react by other categories of reaction, electrophilic. So this is due to the stability of the carbon halogen bond caused by the delocalization of electron pair. Kwa reaction nyingi ambazo allyl group zitakuwa haziwezi ku react ni kwa sababu ya stability of the benzene ring due to delocalization of electron. The general chemical properties of isocyanides or isonitrides. Isonitrides are highly reactive, thus isocyanide differ from cyanide, unaona, in many respects. Important reaction kwanza ni hydrolysis reaction. Hydrolysis reaction inatoa primary amine. Isocyanides are hydrolyzed by dilute acid by alkali. Isocyanide when hydrolyzed giving primary amine and formic acid. Primary amine pamoja na formic acid. This is two-step reaction ambayo ni two-step kama hivyo. Sasa unaweza kujiuliza kwamba can I know all of these conditions? Actually you are required to solve many questions. Na ndio maana mimi wakati nasoma organic 2 haikuwa moja kati ya topic ambayo na depend sana. For your examination format now, I advise you to read this topic, lakini put more effort on other topics. Actually organic 2 is very long. We have a lot of reactions and a lot of reagents. To remember all of them, it's a very tough work. Even myself, I got A of chemistry but I don't remember all the reactions. So usome vizuri ili kwamba finally if the question they appear in the exam, you just choose one question which will answer the best, and then other questions chana zonafanya za topic nyingine. So we have these reactions of hydrolysis of nitrile na kutoa primary amine kama hizo hapo unavyoweza kuziona, hydrolysis of isocyanides. And then a reduction reaction, we can reduce the isocyanide with the different reagents. On a complete reduction with lithium aluminum tetrahydride or catalytic hydrogenation, isocyanide gives secondary amine. The secondary amines thus obtained contain at least one methyl group. So catalytic reduction, tunaweza kutumia hydrogen in the presence of nickel and heat sodium in the presence of ethanol au lithium aluminum tetrahydride. Tunapata secondary amine, lazima iwe na one methyl group. Examples of the reactions ziko hapo chini. Pia tuna rearrangement. When alkyl isocyanide they are heated for a long time, they rearrange to give isometric cyanide. So they can rearrange kutoa cyanide ambazo zitakuwa zina number of carbons zile ni just rearrangement reaction. Addition of halogens and sulfur. Alkyl isocyanide react with the halogens and sulfur to give the corresponding addition product. Tunapata corresponding addition product, unaona. they react with halogens and sulfur. So bondi moja inavunjika, tunapata pale kwa mfano tunapata chlorine wawili pale, bondi moja imevunjika. Sulfur tunapata pale bondi mwingine alkyl isocyanide. Huyu hapa ni alkalimino carbonyl chloride, alkalimino carbonyl chloride. So compound kama hizo pia zinakuwa formed. Finally, the general physical properties of the cyanide or cyanide and nitrate and isonitrate. Katika physical state, color and odor. Isocyanide are colorless, volatile and poisonous liquid. Colorless, volatile and poisonous liquid. Isocyanides have high offensive odor or smell, while cyanide or nitrate are stable and neutral substance with a pleasant smell. Unaona, offensive odor ni ile harufu ya kufukuza, yani inanuka, isocyanide. Lakini cyanide they have pleasant smell, yani inanukia tu vizuri. Solubility, in terms of solubility, isocyanide are nearly insoluble in water due to the inability to form hydrogen bond with water. The inability to form hydrogen bond with water is due to the absence of lone pair on the nitrogen atom in the isocyanide. You need to understand the concepts of lone pair from your general chemistry so as to understand other concepts katika organic chemistry. However, isocyanides are soluble in all common organic solvent. They are soluble in all common organic solvents. Isocyanides ziko zinapatikana in all common organic solvent. Lower alkyl isocyanide, lower alkyl cyanide or nitrate are fairly soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bond. Lower, therefore, all cyanide are soluble in all organic solvents or cyanide. In terms of boiling point, cyanide or nitrate have relatively high boiling point than corresponding halides or isocyanide, and the boiling point of alkyl isocyanide is higher than the corresponding halide. No, I mean alkyl halide. Here is alkyl. We compare cyanide, alkyl halide and isocyanide. So the isocyanide group is highly polar as the result of alkyl halide. That of alkyl. The alkyl halide group is highly polar. As the result, alkyl cyanide. As the result, alkyl cyanides or nitrates have high dipole moment. This leads to the strong intermolecular force or dipole interaction. Kwenye hizi hapo, dipole interaction, relatively higher boiling point for the alkyl nitrate. Alkyl isocyanide usually have lower boiling point than the corresponding alkyl isocyanides. This is due to the slightly lower dipole moment of isocyanides compared to the. So we may have question. Write down the UPAC names of the following. Huyu hapa ni it is propane nitrile kwa sababu huyu ni nitrile. Huyu hapa ni propane 2 in nitrile. Na majina mengine ya compound kama ambavyo unaweza kuziona hapo. Compound mbalimbali tukimhide, this is 2-methyl carbon ya kwanza wa pili, 2-methyl butanitrile. Unaona kama huyu hapa ni benzini, hapa ni benzene ring C5 C6H5 ni benzini. So benzene carbonitrile tumechora tu kwenye, hatujachora structural formula. Ethyl carbamyl amine, huyu hapa ni pale ni benzene afu ile pale na so benzyl carbamyl amine. Alafu huyu hapa hapo ni benzene carbonitrile, alafu tuna methyl kwenye 1 2 3 1 2. So 2 methyl, then itakuwa ni 1 2 3 4 5 5 nitro benzene carbonitrile, alafu it's 1 2 3, so the 3 methyl but 2 in nitrile. Give the structure form of the following: acetonitrile, 5 bromo. Actually kama unapewa name unaambiwa uandike structure formula, unaanza na kuandika parent chain, ndio unaangalia position of hizo groups mbalimbali ambazo umepewa. Kwa hiyo hivi ndivyo ambavyo discussion yetu kuhusu nitrile and isonitrile inakuwa imeisha. Kuna maswali hayo tunaambiwa utaje majina yote hayo. What happens when you give equations only? Primary aliphatic amine is heated with chloroform katika presence of alcoholic potassium dioxide, tutapata isocyanide, reaction hiyo ya preparation of isocyanide. What happens when benzene nitride is hydrolyzed with mineral acid? Benzene nitride is hydrolyzed with mineral acid, benzonitride. Tutapata carboxylic hapo. Methyl cyanide is treated with Grignard reagent. Ketone. Benzene diazonium chloride is treated with potassium cyanide and copper powder. Tunapata aromatic cyanide. Benzene nitride is hydrolyzed with sodium hydroxide, sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Napata. Complete the following reactions in reaction of isonitrile. Tunakuja kupata the secondary amine ambayo moja lazima iwe ni ina CH3, then tuna reaction nyingine au hapa reaction nyingine kama hao. So hii ina mark the end of our discussion kuhusu isocyanide na isonitrile. Na katika kipindi kijacho tutaanza amine. Tukitoka amine tutaelekea polymerization, and that will mark the end of our topic of organic chemistry. So kipindi kijacho amine tutaendelea hapa amine.